Reflection on Psalm 71 verse 10, the Passion Translation facing the accusations. Introduction, the reality of adversity and the schemes of opponents. Friends, as we journey through life, we sometimes encounter opposition, hidden agendas, and those who plot against us. It's a challenging reality, but one that the ancient psalmist also faced with honesty and directness. Let's turn our hearts to Psalm 71, verse 10 in the Passion Translation, which reveals a difficult truth about the intentions of adversaries. For my enemies scheme against me, and those who wait for my life conspire together. This verse doesn't shy away from acknowledging the presence of those who would seek our harm. Yet, in understanding this challenge, we can also find strength in recognizing God's ultimate sovereignty. Part 1. For my enemies scheme against me, recognizing the schemes of adversaries. The psalmist starkly states, "For my enemies scheme against me." This isn't just about open conflict, it's about calculated, often hidden, plans to cause harm or downfall. Scheming suggests cunning, strategic plotting, and sometimes, a deliberate desire for another's failure. This can manifest in various ways in our lives, perhaps professional rivals attempting to undermine us, relational betrayals, false accusations, or even spiritual adversaries working behind the scenes to disrupt our peace and purpose. It's important to acknowledge this reality without succumbing to paranoia or fear. Recognizing that there are forces, both seen and unseen, that might scheme against us allows us to be discerning and to seek divine protection. It reminds us that not all opposition is accidental, sometimes, there's an intentional design to it. This truth, when viewed through a spiritual lens, prompts us to rely more deeply on the one who exposes darkness and unravels wicked plots. For communities, this could mean recognizing oppressive systems or manipulative forces at play that seek to disadvantage or control. Part 2. And those who wait for my life conspire together. The nature of conspiracy and patience in malice. The verse continues, intensifying the picture, and those who wait for my life conspire together. This speaks to a deliberate, patient, and collective effort to bring about harm or even ruin. Waiting for my life implies a deep-seated malice, a desire for one's very existence or significant aspects of their life to be brought to an end or severely diminished. Conspire together highlights the collaborative nature of such ill intent. It's not just one person, but a group working in unison, often in secret, to achieve a detrimental outcome. This portrays a dangerous level of focused hostility. Whether it's a group of detractors spreading rumors, a collective effort to block opportunities, or a spiritual cabal seeking to derail a divine calling, the intention is clear. This imagery reminds us that opposition can be persistent and coordinated. However, even in the face of such plots, the psalmist's lament is part of a larger prayer, an appeal to a God who is always greater than any conspiracy. God sees what is hidden, knows what is whispered in secret, and holds the ultimate power to dismantle every plot. Conclusion, resting in God's ultimate sovereignty. So, as we reflect on Psalm 71 verse 10 from the Passion Translation, we acknowledge the reality of adversarial schemes and conspiring forces. Yet, this acknowledgement leads us not to despair, but to a deeper trust in our God. He is never caught off guard. He is aware of every plot, every scheme, every hidden agenda. Knowing that He sees and knows empowers us to remain vigilant in faith, not in fear, and to rest in the unwavering truth that His plans for us cannot be ultimately thwarted by any earthly or spiritual adversary. Our lives are securely held in His hands, far above any scheme of the wicked. Did this reflection on Psalm 71 verse 10, the Passion Translation, offer you a new perspective on facing adversity or remind you of God's watchful eye? If so, please give this video a heartfelt like. How does knowing God sees every scheme bring you peace? Comment your thoughts or an insightful amen in the comments below. Share this message with someone who might be struggling with hidden opposition or conspiracy. Subscribe for more inspiring reflections from the Psalms in this series.